Cue the jingle bells, folks. It's time for Randy Halmo and our Boomer Music Experience, the 2024 December edition. And I believe, Randy, we're talking about top 10 Christmas songs of all time. Am I right on that?
Absolutely correct, Dave. The top 10 Christmas songs of all time, and I have them right in front of me. Now, you and I, as we look at these, I know that we do have some differences there as to which should be number one, number two, number three, number four. But this is from the Billboard Top 100, which of course is the Bible of music over the, oh God, it's been 61 years. They are truly the Bible of music. But I've incorporated some of my favorites, not in the order that Billboard have,
Okay,
but we can enjoy it, and I'm sure the audience will enjoy the podcast.
for sure.
So I'm going to rhyme off the top 10 Christmas songs of all time, the greatest, from Billboard.
Okay.
And here we go. We'll start at number 10, White Christmas, Bing Crosby, and that's with Ken Darby Singers and John Scott Trotter and his orchestra.
Hey, does that song White Christmas, like my first memory is seeing it on TV and just the warmth I got from hearing Bing's voice sing that. Is it the same for you?
Absolutely. You nailed it right on, Dave. Yeah. I think that movie came out, White Christmas, Bing Crosby, and had a host of stars. Got to see it 5 or 6 times every Christmas. It's classic. I think that goes back to 1944.
Oh, wow.
I think 1944. No, or sorry, 1948. 1948. So number 10. Number 9 checks in with one of the old crooners from the 50s and 60s, Dean Martin's version of Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. Number 8, a great one from more the modern times, the 80s now. We're talking about mid-80s. Last Christmas by Wham. And that's a great, great tune. Great tune. And then we go back into the crooners again. At number 7, checks in with Andy Williams, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. Number 6, Jose Feliciano, Feliz Navidad. Number 5, and this is a classic, Burl Ives, A Holly Jolly Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting Over an Open Fire, belongs to the late, great Nat King Cole. Number 3, Bobby Helms from 1957 and the Jingle Bell Rock. Boy, do we remember that one. Wow, that brings back a lot of memories. Number 2 is Brenda Lee with Rocking around the Christmas tree. I got to clean my glasses here. Dave, my glasses are kind of...
And that's a classic, too, that goes way back.
Oh, it is. It certainly is. And she does such a good job. Number 1. The number 1 Christmas song of all time. And here again, this is fairly current this came out in 2007 with Mariah Carey's version of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey. Great, great tune. Here again, updating more of the current music within the last 20 years, I guess, 15, 20 years. Dave, can I put you on the sports hot seat?
Sure.
What is your favorite top 10 Christmas songs of all time?
Well, one of my favorites, I don't know if maybe, and people have different opinions, it's just the one I remember that kind of stuck with me was Anne Murray's version of Winter Wonderland. I don't know why, I just always love hearing her voice in that song. It always brings Christmas, right to the forefront for me. And I feel like it's Christmas when I hear that song. I guess that's the best way.
Yep, right on.
And on a comedy note, Doug and Bob, the 12 Days of Christmas, I always enjoyed that. Just kind of reminds me of the fun you can have at Christmas, and yeah, a couple of my favorites right there, like you
Mhm.
said. And that list that you mentioned, I loved that it was such a mix. You know what I
Yes,
mean? A little bit of Wham, a little bit of the Kroners, like Nat King Cole, like Bing Crosby. You just went through. It was kind of like you've seen Christmas music right there in what 80 years, right?
that's right. Right on, Dave. Yep, absolutely.
Why do and I got to ask this too, Randy, because you're the music expert here. Why do some Christmas songs just keep going? Why do they last so long? What do you think the secret is there?
I think, Dave, good question. I think due to the lyrics of the song, to listen to the lyrics, but also the medley of the song, um, the highs, the lows in the song, and the artist who sings the song, or the
Right.
group of people who sing that particular Christmas song. So, coupled with those three uh, characteristics going into a Christmas song, that's what makes each and every Christmas song unique. And all of these Christmas songs, especially Christmas songs, are sung from the heart.
When you get a unique voice like Burl Ives,
Mhm.
it just resonates. It just carries throughout. Like I think too, the other part of this that we should talk about is the reason they do last is because families want to hear them every year. So
Oh,
you're teaching
absolutely.
your children and your grandchildren, like it just keeps going. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
that maybe, I think the memories, I think it stirs something. I remember my grandmother used to always play Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas album.
Oh, yes.
And now in my life, as I grow older, that's when I hear one of the Chipmunks doing a Christmas song, or the whole, Alvin, that reminds me of my grandmother's Christmas at her house. So
Right
music
on.
plays that part again, where it's nostalgia and it reconnects you to a time in your life. And
That's right.
a lot of Christmas, a lot of our Christmas memories are based on that. I really do believe that you go
Oh,
back and you hear that song and it
absolutely,
recreates
Dave.
that.
And we always associate throughout the year, okay, we have our families, but at Christmas time, family is so important. The get togethers, the celebration of Christmas brings back tremendously a lot of great memories during that particular time.
Is there any song in particular, Randy, that you can sort of recount in your childhood that just stuck with you, like with your brothers and just having Christmas? Is there any of those songs in your memory that sort of stand out?
Well, actually, uh, Bing Crosby from the movie White Christmas. But there's another song that they always played on the radio, and I listened to WBEN. That's in Buffalo, New York. Great radio station back in the 50s, 60s. This song really expresses the instrumentals of Christmas, and this goes way, way back. This was 1952, and it's Leroy Anderson and Sleigh Ride. And it's
Okay.
totally instrumental. If you ever get a chance to listen to that, it really imbibes Christmas.
And that
And
was
it's the best instrumental that has ever come out at Christmas time, I think, anyway, for Sleigh Ride. Leroy Anderson, right there.
Leroy Anderson Sleigh Ride, folks.
Yep.
Give it a listen. It's an instrumental. Randy says it's well worth your time and you'll enjoy it this holiday season. And I got to ask too, why did all the Kroners back in the day want to do Christmas albums? Was it just because they sold lots, or was there like I'm kind of curious about that, because um you did see a lot of that. I don't know if we do. I think Bublé just released one too recently, which is
Yes.
kind of cool. I want to listen to that. But I mean,
Yeah. And
was
this is
there?
it right here, Dave.
Oh, you've got it. There you. Of
Michael
course he
Bublé.
does. He's got
There
it.
we
Yeah.
go. Hey,
But
Michael. There we
what?
go.
Why do you think they did? Why do you think the Kroners did all the music albums back in the day?
Well, I think because of the time of year at Christmas, but the main central idea here is getting all of family together in the celebration, the true celebration and joy of Christmas.
Cool. And it's like you said, if there's just something about, I mean, there's just something about hearing Christmas music too. I think there's a vibe to it that like we talked about in the last 80 years, sort of a rock and roll that was created, and it sort of always pulls you in and you want to hear it. And it kind of makes the whole season, doesn't it? It's the lights and the music. And
Oh, it certainly does. And I'm going to show you, Dave. I want to show our audience here too. I have an artist who was dominant in the mid 60s and had a wonderful career. And I'm also going to show you a CD with one of the older crooners circa 1941. So on my left, we have the great Nat King Cole.
okay.
On my right, Neil Diamond.
Oh,
Neil Diamond. So here are two, well, Neil's more kind of rock,
yeah.
rock and roll. And Nat King Cole, of course, one of the crooners, music from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s for Nat King Cole.
Cool.
And what a contrast of artists, but they really define through their music Christmas.
And I think over the years you saw different, a lot of compilation albums come out. And I always think back to some of the great stuff that I listened to, in the 90s and all that too, 80s. And, Do They Know It's Christmas, right?
Yes,
Song
great
for
song.
Africa always resonates too. I was surprised that song wasn't on there, to be honest with you.
Yes,
because it's
so am I.
Such a big group of artists that got involved with that and created that music. And, it's one of those ones I like to hear every Christmas, that's for sure as well.
Oh, absolutely. And Dave, to share with the audience, we just lost a wonderful producer,
Yes.
the ultimate in music. I've got a picture here with Tony Bennett and all the guys here, and they got a big turkey on the table.
Yeah.
This is priceless. Quincy Jones is sitting just to the right of Tony Bennett, the late Quincy Jones.
I've got that. I've got that CD too, and that's one of my favorite Christmas ones. And it's Quincy Jones, phenomenal. Everything, he touched every form of music he could. It was kind of cool to see, and you always knew that he was involved, especially when we talk about Do They Know It's Christmas? And the other one there I want to spend a minute on too. Another crooner like that was Tony Bennett. Was just phenomenal. He could take a Christmas song and put a different bend to it. And you didn't see it coming, right? You're just like, damn.
Absolutely. Yep. Tony Bennett.
And when you mentioned earlier, too, you talked about Dean Martin. That was another one, right? You just couldn't help but love Dean Martin and having a Christmas tune going with him as well. I think that's, it's kind of interesting how all those folks you want to hear at Christmas, isn't it?
Exactly. And associated with that, when you hear that song, again, during the Christmas season, it brings back a lot of childhood memories with family.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Just want to share, Dave, this is a new Christmas album out, and it's a good one, too. It features John Travolta, Grease Lightning, and the late Olivia Newton-John together singing many, many wonderful Christmas songs. Baby, It's Cold Outside, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, A Silent Night, Have Yourself a Merry Christmas. And this is you have to get this. This is special order only.
Wow.
Brand new out.
That's just new out. I didn't know that. Thanks for bringing that to my attention, Randy.
And this is an excellent CD. Dave, you have to order this online, but it's well worth the price.
Have you picked out one that you really like on it already?
I have. It's quite nice too. It's one that, of course, the old great late Nat King Cole sung, and the Christmas song. And I think Olivia and John really do this song justice, and they also do the song justice through the late great Nat King Cole.
This is bound to be obviously another classic Christmas album with those two, so that's kind of cool. That thanks for pointing that out today. That definitely interests me. I'll see if I can find that and give it a listen for sure.
Yeah, and just I want to make mention, Dave, at Christmas time, okay, everybody's hustling and bustling. Life is always busy, but it seems even more so at Christmas time. Um, don't forget your pets. Don't
Yes, you're right.
forget your little pets,
Yeah,
because pets are family too.
yeah, exactly.
There we are. This little guy, he's sound asleep. He'll wake up. I figure he'll wake up in about half an hour. There we go. Cute little pups. Pets indeed are family.
I'm glad you brought that up because this is another great opportunity to remind folks of people less fortunate at Christmas. Do donate if you can to the food banks and help out wherever possible in your community, folks, because like Randy mentioned, it's about family, it's about getting together, and it's about putting something under the tree for everyone to enjoy. Not necessarily a present, but food's so important and critical, especially in this day and age, to help out a local food bank if you can. And
So important, Dave.
it's a nice way to give back.
Absolutely, no question about it. And the other girl that I wanted to bring up at Christmas time, and this girl does not get enough credit for her songs, and she's pretty easy on the eyes too. This is Amy Grant and
Oh yes,
Tennessee Christmas. Amy
yeah.
Grant, and I'm just going to flip the CD because she has a cute little retriever, and that's her little pet dog.
Ah, she's got one of those wonderful voices too that fits
Yes,
with Christmas
Amy
as well. I
Grant.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are many country artists, as we know, Dolly Parton, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still performing, although her husband is not well at the moment. Hopefully, he can, um, through injections, get up to snuff again. It's unfortunate. There's another lady that we all know. It's Tim McGraw's better half.
Yes.
um,
Faith Hill.
Faith Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of all the country singers, female country singers over the years, Faith is my favorite.
Oh, well, it's good to know.
And she's very easy on the eyes.
Yes, she is very easy. When you go out now, like it's funny, you're showing me all these CDs, and you go out on the road to do a Christmas show.
Mhm.
How many Christmas CDs are you carrying, buddy?
Usually Christmas CDs, I carry anywhere from about 20 to 45 Christmas CDs. And it takes up about a quarter of a case that I carry my CDs in. So not bad, but I cover all the bases with the music, the old crooners, the current, the in-between, you name it.
Are they fun to do? Are they more fun than just the regular yearly shows that you do? I mean, Christmas is so specific. It must be kind of neat to break out the carols too, just because you only hear them once a year.
That's right, Dave. It really is. It's a time to have everyone on the dance floor moving and grooving, rocking around the Christmas tree. And there's so many good ones. Burl Lives, like these are classics. And not only that, they're good dance tunes also.
There you go.
Like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Brenda Lee, that's like, okay, I know that's 1957, but still,
it holds up.
You can dance and dance and dance to that. Some of the others, like more of an easy listening tune, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Gene Autry. Gene Autry, of course, the 1950s. Here again, you need to discern what is danceable and what is listening music. And this is very important. When I put my dance request cards out on each of the tables, be it Christmas or another time of year, I always say, I pick a team captain for that table. And I always say, when you put your dance request card on the table, put your selection there. Make sure it's danceable and not listening music.
Ah, yeah, you want to get them out.
And that way you really cut the nutshell in half type of thing. It's defined and they know exactly what they need to do as far as putting requests on the dance request cards. And it works big time.
And when you're doing a Christmas, like we talked about, the songs are different, but is the vibe different as well?
It is, Dave. During the course of, usually you're looking at 7 to 11, 8 to 12. Um, you can go through at least half a dozen different mood swings with your Christmas music.
That's
And
true.
of course, Nat King Cole, the Christmas song, I always, for that one, it's so nice. Nice dance close to your honey. Great song. I always say that as one of my spot dance prizes. And that's what I do year round too, Dave. It's kind of my signature calling from the University of Guelph. I studied floriculture. I always give away some nice floral spot dance prizes when I do my dances. And it costs the client no extra money for that. I don't charge extra for that.
Just enjoy doing that.
And what that is to me, it's a thank you to my client for booking me.
Okay, and I got to ask too, since you do a lot of Christmas dances, is there any song that you like to close with?
Let's see. There's a good number of them.
Is there one that is there one that's your go-to that you just go, yeah, this is the way I want to finish the night?
Um, yeah, and it really is a good closing, really a good closing number. It was done by the late Karen Carpenter, and
Oh,
of course Richard Carpenter. "Merry Christmas, Darling." That really captures the moment, and it's a great song. "Merry Christmas, Darling," Karen and Richard Carpenter.
wow, it's see, everybody's got those little things, don't you? You got that. That's the song, and I always try and
Mhm.
finish with Anne Murray when I'm at home playing them.
Yep, right on. Yep.
It's that
Yeah,
sense. Look, do you want to take a minute before we wrap up today? Do you want to take a minute and just wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday?
yeah, I would, Dave. Thank you very much to our audience. At this time, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you and your families and your pets a very merry, blessed, and safe Christmas. May God bless.
That's wonderful, Randy. Thanks for doing this. I look forward to our shows in 2025. Have a great Christmas, and you and I will catch up next month. Okay, bud?
Sounds good, Dave. Thank you very much. I've enjoyed working with you on this podcast. Very special, especially at Christmas time.